Hoi there! Welcome or welcome back. Spring is officially here. And if you saw my cozy spring week video, I sort of mentioned how I'm usually more of a, no, not usually, I'm definitely more of a fall and winter girl. I can't wait to make that kind of content, by the way. But I started gardening last year and I have now fallen in love with spring. And the cool thing about living in California is that we can kind of, I mean, a lot of places you can garden at multiple times in the year. But here in California, because the weather doesn't get too drastically cold, unfortunately, but fortunately for gardening, we can kind of garden all year round. And I did try to continue gardening through the fall and winter, but I went in with very little research. I just kind of threw things in the garden beds and hoped for the best. Like I tried corn. That didn't work. I did try carrots. That didn't go horribly wrong, but it didn't go great. But I have heard carrots are particularly difficult to grow. So I am gonna try again. But anyways, spring is, spring is spring. Spring is the gardening season, and I feel like I did learn quite a lot. I had a good variety of plants that I tried out last year, and I feel like I got to know them pretty well. I'm replanting some of the same ones and going in with, better knowledge and hopefully better results. Not that they were bad. I am really happy with my harvests that I got. Very, very surprised that that was the result of my first time gardening. But that was really cool and I want to keep trying. One of the reasons I started gardening was simply to just try it. I love trying new things. I love trying new hobbies, see what really piques my interest, and just trying new things. The second reason, and probably the biggest, was to become a little bit more self-sufficient. As crazy as the world is getting, and with prices being what they are, if I can learn to do this in a more economic way, to where I'm actually harvesting things, that I'm using on a regular basis. And oh my gosh, my son eats berries like there's no tomorrow. If we let him, he will go through a whole container in one day, in one sitting. So, he's an expensive snacker. And so if I can save us even just a few dollars here and there with the things that I harvest from the garden, that would be nice. So yeah, it was mostly just curiosity, and if it went well, then feeling like I am capable of kind of feeding my own family with my own little garden. That was really cool. But I came out the other end completely in love with gardening. It was a growing season for me. It kind of forces you to be present, to be patient. Boy, really patient. And I'm the kind of person who really tries. I try to be super intentional with my time, with my energy, with my thoughts, and just be present. So it was quite eye-opening to realize how much I had to work on that still, and especially patience. I think we all can be a little guilty of wanting that instant gratification. Yeah, gardening is not that. Especially, I did mostly seeds last year. So you literally go from this itty bitty seed to waiting weeks, sometimes months, to get maybe, if you treat it right, to then get your fruit or vegetable or flower. But I really love that. It is so satisfying to harvest the things that you nurtured from a tiny little seed dormant life to now it's giving you life, it's giving you food. Oh my gosh, it's just a very beautiful thing. And then I did get a couple starters, two trees, two a habanero tree and a jalapeno tree, but everything else was started from seed. And so it really tested my patience. It was like a love-hate, you know, because there were some I was in my growing season. It forced me to grow in this area, and so growth can feel very uncomfortable. So, you know, I had my moments where I was frustrated and just impatient and like, come on, what? Or something failed or went wrong, and you know, it is frustrating and heartbreaking almost. You almost get attached to these plants. If it goes wrong, it really hurts. It's like, man, like I really tried. I put a lot of care into you, and like, but it kind of forces you to pick yourself up and try again. And it's very beautiful. I did not expect to love it the way that I do. I thought it was just going to be purely just hard work to just gain a skill. And I was going to be happy with that because that's what I wanted. I wanted this new skill, and I was just going to work towards building that skill. But this level of love that I have for it, I didn't expect. And I feel like I've said love 1,000 times, but I love it. So that's why I started gardening and why I am continuing to garden. And because I love it so much, and my channel is all about the small and big things that make me happy, gardening is definitely one of them, so I had to include a video. So I figured I'd bring you guys along for my process. You know, I'm still new. This is only my second year, so it's not so much a learning video. I don't have much to teach. I just wanted to bring you along for just the vibes, just hang out, take a peek at my garden. Maybe I can inspire you to start. I will be bringing you along for my shopping, and I'm really excited because I will be going to Home Depot, but I have this local garden nursery that is just beautiful. I mean, it's not just a nursery. I've actually gone there now just to go on a walk with my son or by myself. It is so serene, it is so calm. The staff is so lovely and helpful. It is a beautiful place. I think even if I wasn't a gardener, I would just go there for the vibes. I do have to go back there today to grab a couple things, so I figured I'd just bring you guys along and show you this beautiful place. And if you're close, I definitely recommend checking it out. In general, overall, I definitely encourage people to support smaller businesses. I just know I'm gonna end up at Home Depot because I know what the nursery has and I know what I need, and I'm gonna have to go to Home Depot. I always like to check there first, just in case. So I'll be going there first and then to Home Depot. And yeah, everything else would just kind of be little clips of me working on the garden little by little. It'll definitely be over the course of a few days, especially with the heat that we have coming. It's like we just skipped right over spring weather. Good old California. It's really hot out, so I really will only be working on the garden in the morning or at night. In the nighttime, I probably won't be filming, so if something just kind of happens, again, this isn't really a learning video, so I'm not doing anything step by step. Just, if anything, teach me. I have also had this vision of me posting gardening content for the sake of being taught by experienced gardeners. Like, if you see me doing something wrong, please call me out. Please teach me. Please tell me how I can be better. So yeah, I just wanted to have a disclaimer. Gardening, I'm not there yet to teach anything. It's just for the vibes. Just, you know, grab yourself a little coffee or tea and sit down and relax and hang out with me as I figure out my garden. This is a family-owned nursery, They have so many different plants, all native to California. From indoor and outdoor plants, pottery, garden accents, statuary, and so many other things. If you need it for your garden, they probably have it. And their staff is incredibly helpful. You can tell that they are passionate themselves about gardening, which is such a nice added bonus. They have a couple of koi ponds, which is really neat. You can come by and feed them or just sit at one of their benches and relax, maybe read a book. I was not kidding when I say I come here even when I don't need to buy anything, because it is such a calming, serene place. One of the things I really like is their attention to detail when it comes to their design. Even though it is a business and a nursery, it doesn't necessarily feel that way. Because of their layout and the way they display their plants, it just kind of feels like you're walking through a peaceful garden. Oh, and they also have chickens. So that's pretty much it, but before you go, you always have to make sure to say hi to Felix, who is usually sunbathing at checkout. I came to Home Depot to grab a blueberry plant. Glendora Gardens did offer one, but it was much bigger than I can fit in my car. And this way I also saved a couple of bucks because it was a lot cheaper to get the smaller one. And I also got a couple of tomatillo plants and cilantro. So first I'm starting by clearing my garden beds of any toys, I guess, and weeds, so I can prep the soil and have the space ready for when my seedlings hopefully take off. Okay, so here, mind you, I am speaking from the future. Hello, hi, it's me. Here I'm planting roses, or like these white climbing roses. I was really excited because my garden is Alice in Wonderland inspired, and I thought that was a nice nod and it'd be very beautiful and charming. But nothing has really happened. So please help if you have any tips for growing roses, especially if it's this specific type. I would really appreciate it. So here are some of the vegetables I am planting. I am trying a couple of seed packets from Dollar Tree because I want to see if it's worth it. They're literally, well, some of them are 3 for $1.50. So I figured it was worth a shot, and it's gonna be the bell peppers and lavender. Please excuse my messy patio. We were working simultaneously on the garden and reorganizing the patio. And I also didn't want to get dirt all over my cushions, so yeah. But look, this was my first little seedling sprout, and I also got a couple of cucumbers going. So overall, it's going pretty well. I just kind of keep coming in and checking on them. It's one of my favorite parts of my mornings. But yeah, I'm excited to see what I harvest this year. So last year I grew a massive pumpkin, and I mean, this thing weighed down my trellis and collapsed. But honestly, this is one of my greatest accomplishments, I think, in life, so I'm not complaining. But I was supposed to carve this for Halloween, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. And then I told myself I would make it into a pumpkin pie from scratch, and I was still too emotionally attached to it. So now this is my last chance to do something with this pumpkin, and so I am taking out all of the seeds, washing them, and drying them out so that I can try again this year. So that's pretty much it. I will do an update sometime, maybe in the summer, when I've harvested, hopefully, a handful of things, and just see how this goes. There's quite a lot of things that are brand new to me, some repeats, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the turnout is, and to show you guys. And also, I wanted to share one last little thing. I found this cute little box at the thrift store. Is it focusing? Hello? It's kind of dirty. I need to give it a wipe down. But I didn't think much of it. I have the habit at thrift stores to like just open stuff and look at it, inspect it, even when it doesn't look super interesting. I'm thinking I might do a decal on it with my Cricut or something to make it more cutesy, but I don't know what it's originally meant for. But it had these mini, what do you call these, manila folders, I think, with letters on them. And so I thought this would be the cutest way to sort all of my seed packets that I have left over, and I'm obsessed. It was, oh, I don't have the price on it anymore. Pretty sure it was like $2, $1.99. And so just a cutesy, organized way to keep all of my seeds organized. So yeah, I just wanted to show you because I do thrift a lot, and if you haven't already seen my thrift with me, I do have a video up, so you can go check that out. I show 3 stores total in Pasadena and I believe Arcadia. And so if you're in that area, maybe worth watching so you can see what kind of goodies those stores have. But other than that, if you watched this far, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.